This city was founded more than a millennia ago, and even Moscow once was one of its suburbs, so to say. Get ready for numerous Orthodox monasteries, richest museums and colorful architecture. This is Yan Buyan, and I came to Vladimir. The most famous city of the Golden Ring of Russia. How does it look from above? It's as if in the palm of a hand from here, from the water and from the ground.
Moscow used to be a village compared to Vladimir.
In this episode, I'll get in the very heart of the white stone Vladimir. The heart goes boom, boom, boom. And we'll continue to master ancient crafts.
And it goes smack from above. Well done, great job.
And we'll even have to break the law.
Yes, there are some terrorists there.
Unforgettable and a time of a dangerous walk around the city of Vladimir Monomach begins. Is it worth saying that Vladimir is one of the most ancient Russian cities? It sits picturesquely on the steep left bank of the Klazma River. Among its features, there are unique ancient Russian architecture monuments. Moreover, the historic plan of the old city, its center is not a square, but a street. Vladimir, which once was the capital of our state, now is on the most popular route of our country, the Golden Ring of Russia. Its historical objects are on the UNESCO World Heritage List. We will get back to the monuments, but now let's meet a chap I accidentally stumbled across on social media. A very mysterious man made an appointment to meet me by this monument. He didn't even give me his phone number, but he said he'll show me something very unusual. Half an hour of languishing wait, and there he is, the schemer.
Hello, Yana.
Hello?
Mikhail.
Yana? Right, Mikhail, what's on our agenda today?
Have you been to roofs recently?
Roofs? A long time ago, in childhood. Are we going to the roofs?
Yes.
That's an unexpected turn. I of course agreed, but before we carry on, I must say I regretted it very much. However, first things first. Mikhail shows the city to both locals and tourists from an unexpected side. Or actually, the height. It's not just a hobby for him, but a lifestyle. Is it like a drug now?
What do you mean?
Going on the roofs, or...
It's like going for a walk in your favorite park in your neighborhood. It's the same.
Take a girl on a date, for instance?
We actually do organize dates on this roof.
Do you?
Well, people do come here, purposefully, specifically for a date.
The stalker makes way to the top of one of the residential buildings. I warn you, it's dangerous. Don't try to repeat it yourself. The heart goes boom, boom, boom.
Are you ready then?
Yeah, let's climb. Well, if you started, then you walk the way.
Make sure nothing falls out of your pockets, it's very important.
And then I realized climbing on the roofs is not my cup of tea.
That's it, you're on a roof. Let's go. We need to climb up, we shouldn't really be sitting here. Here we are, one of the coolest roofs. And it's the safest too.
Excellent. And the only one. You won't make me climb the next one?
Why not? It's alright, really.
No thanks. The walk on the wobbly tin among the electric cable web isn't a great walk, but for some, it's a real romantic experience. Mikhail takes a small fee for his tours, and there are plenty of those willing to join.
This is the second most popular roof on our routes we take people on. You can see the old center and Golden Gate, Kozlov Val from this roof as well as 20 kilometers of fields, and Klazma is very beautiful from here when it floods.
Climbing the first most popular roof definitely was not the best idea. You will understand why now.
Industrial tourism is a curious thing, yet rather unusual. Despite the fact that we go into various unusual places, you have to be audacious yet respectful when climbing. Respect the residents, do not disturb them so that they don't disturb us. Therefore, we'll climb quietly.
But neither our respectfulness nor striving for quietness helped us. We heard the voice of one of the residents downstairs.
Everything falls through there! Are you fools? Quickly, get out of there! I'll tell you the address. Yeah, there are some terrorists here.
we were kicked out, called names, and they called the police. Stalking isn't quite a legal thing after all. You may get fined. If you want to enjoy the city views from above, there is a more legal way to do so: the Ferris wheel. Yes, the entire Vladimir is as if in the palm of your hand from here. You can see the modern neighborhoods and the old part of the city with its numerous ancient temples. I think I'll get down now and we'll come closer to some of them. The local temples really do amaze with the architectural variety. Vladimir does indeed have very beautiful cathedral and churches. This one, for example. Hello, could you tell me what is this church or a cathedral?
This was the main temple of the country up until the 15th century. It's our Dormition Cathedral. It was built by Yuri Dolgoruki's son, Andrei Bogolyubsky. It was decorated by Andrei Rublev, and the iconostasis was made upon Ekaterina II's order. Have you been in there?
No.
You don't say.
How do you know so much about it?
I'm actually a tour guide.
Seriously?
Yes.
I'm lucky then. My new friend's name is Marina Yevsukova. For many years, she has been proving to tourists that traveling around Russia is cool. You can't argue that.
There are many burials here. Yuri Dolgoruki's children and grandchildren. This entire princely family is buried here. Andrei Bogolyubsky, Alexander Nevsky, and his father are all buried here.
Are all here?
All here.
Seriously?
Did you think they were in Moscow? Moscow was a village back then compared to Vladimir, when Vladimir was the capital of our future country.
I think there is no other choice but to go inside.
Of course.
Is it allowed to film in there?
It's not. It's not allowed. It's our treasure. If anyone will come to film our beauties, everyone will see and will say, I won't go, I've seen everything. No, it's exclusive inside. It's forbidden to film inside, to everyone and forever.
There you go. If you want to see Andrei Rublev's frescoes, come and visit. Perhaps you'll tell us about the Cathedral Square too.
The Cathedral Square. Well, right now we're at the most ancient part of the city of Vladimir. The legend says this is the heart of it. Behind us, you can see the monument to our founder, Vladimir the Great. This part really existed already in the end of 11th, beginning of the 12th century. And the Cathedral Square is actually the Veche Square. It's the place the folk would gather, where all the people would be invited to, where various issues would be decided upon, where decrees would be announced, where the Veche bell used to hang on oak pillars. Now it's the heart of the city of Vladimir.
Marina heads off to meet the newly arrived tourists, but we're having a stroll through the heart of the city. Turns out there is a wonderful pedestrian street, Arbat of Vladimir, officially Georgievskaya Street. Just recently, Vladimir didn't have an Arbat of its own, but this injustice was fixed 6 years ago. The street is small, just 300 meters long, yet it's so cozy. There is an entire quarter of interesting museums, cafes, and sculptures on the street. There was even a monument to a pharmacist. A pharmacist used to stand here recently. There is a folk belief that if you rub his nose, you'll be healthy. It seems the people were so thorough that they rubbed him down to zero. But as it turned out, the metal pharmacist was hit by a dump truck, so it was sent to restoration. The next day I saw how he was being put back, so by now he is in his rightful place. But we'll pop into the oldest pharmacy in the city. Can you imagine they didn't just make a pharmacy museum in this place? An actual pharmacy existed here for 205 years. 205 years. There are viewing platforms on a high steep bank behind the pharmacy building. There is an astonishing view on the flat fields of Klazma from both sides of the hill. We're moving on. We're met by the Borodin forge. It's both a museum and a working forge. You can guess straight away that it's a forge, an extraordinary wrought iron fence with intricately made figurines. It's like a cast iron lace. Let's go and see what's inside. Hello.
Greetings.
Hello, I saw you run masterclasses with a tour around the forge. May I come in?
Of course, welcome. You can not only attend our tour and find out about blacksmith's craft, but also give the craft a go yourself. And for the start, try to forge a nail head. We will forge it out of this blank.
Well then, I forged a horseshoe in Suzdal. Make sure to watch the video if you haven't seen it yet. And here I'll make a nail. How long has the forge been here for?
Well, this building is in fact more than 200 years old. This is the former laboratory for the pharmacy number 1 just there.
Oh yes, I've been there.
Yes, they always say about us that we are their former laboratory. In 1987, Yuri Nikolaevich, this grandpa with a cat over there, he's the father of Alexei Borodin. He bought this building in 1987. In February 1996, the first fire was started here. So they recreated this building, but the walls are made of 200-years-old brick. This is truly ancient building.
There are many works of art in the forge of the Borodin dynasty. Unique fireplace grates, chandeliers, candlesticks. The complexity and exquisiteness are amazing. But as for me, a simple nail.
First, we get rid of the dross, so that it doesn't bite us, place it into the nailer, and begin to work. Oh. Stronger. Stop! You see it's running away.
Yes.
Quickly return it to its center. Well, with full force. Stronger. More. And now, on the edges and burrs. Right. Let me show you. Tilt it, and the hammer strokes it like this. Come on. And good old blow from the top. Excellent. Well done. Put the hammer there. And now, grab it with the tongs and put it to the very bottom of the bucket to cool it down.
It'll go psh now.
And now rinse it, more. Now pull it out, and you can grab it by its tail. It's thinner and cools down quickly.
Now I have my own nail.
Your very own nail, hand-forged by the way, you see?
There we are. I barely arrived, and the city gave me so many pleasant acquaintances. Vladimir isn't very large, by the way, just over 350,000 residents, and most of them must enjoy walking around this garden. Patriarchal Garden. How lovely it is to walk around this garden on a hot day. The coolness here is so pleasant. Such a pleasure. Wonderful landscapes, well-kept paths and clean benches. In addition, calming serenity and fresh air. Quiet Klazma nearby. Local gondoliers can ride along this river. Well, that's what they're sometimes called here. These boats, of course, are not gondolas, but they can swiftly get you to the famous church of the Intercession of the Nerl in Bogolubovo town. Let's go and see the church of the Intercession of the Nerl. Harmony, elegance, and a lot of barely perceptible details in the middle of flood fields. Just think of it, this white stone masterpiece stands in the floodplain of Nerl and Klazma since the 12th century. The image of the church, which is on the UNESCO World Heritage List, can be seen in the tourist booklets for the Golden Ring, on pictures, as well as immortalized in Tarkovsky's Andrei Rublev film. Russian white stone architecture is the main treasure of Vladimir and its surroundings. It remembers even pre-Mongol times. Historical fact: the Golden Gates, the ancient main entrance to the city, impressed the Mongols who came to take the city so much that the herd didn't attack the actual gates, but broke it through the wall nearby. Well, thanks for that. Usually tours start from the Golden Gates. But I decided to end here my walk around this ancient city. In those 2 days that I spent here, I managed to see lots of interesting stuff. I even climbed a roof for that. Perhaps even a week won't be enough to see everything important here in Vladimir, so we'll come back here. This was Yan Buyan. Subscribe to my channel, new videos every week. Hit the like button and write in the comments if you enjoyed this episode. And a warning in the end. With me, you'll miss the places you haven't been to yet. Bye bye.